Have you ever wondered why some men barely try and yet women gravitate toward them while you struggle just to get a simple reply? Here's the twist: they're not better looking, not richer, and not more romantic than you. What they have is a secret Machiavelli documented long ago. And it's not some basic pickup trick, it's a set of 9 psychological vulnerabilities hardwired into a woman's DNA. When you know how to use them at the right moment, she won't be able to resist, even if she wants to. Machiavelli, a master of strategy, once wrote down 9 specific emotional weak spots in women. These aren't just fleeting emotions, they're deep biological triggers embedded in their subconscious. Once you know how to activate these emotional buttons, you can draw any woman toward you, while most men are still out there chasing like lost puppies. The shocking part? Men who know these 9 vulnerabilities don't chase women. Women chase them. The first vulnerability is one you probably see every day. You just don't recognize it. The ninth is so powerful, it can make a woman walk away from everything for you in less than 30 days. And the last one, the most dangerous, I'll reveal at the end, because it has the power to transform your entire perspective on women and life. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how a woman can spend hours editing a single photo before uploading it to Instagram? The answer lies in the first vulnerability Machiavelli exposed: her addictive need for external validation. Women are biologically wired to seek validation. Every like, every comment, every compliment activates the same pleasure centers in the brain as addictive drugs. In simple terms, they're addicted to attention. And guess what? You're the supplier, giving it all away for free. And that's where 95% of men completely blow it. You like all her photos, compliment her every day. Try to please her, hoping that one day she'll return the affection. But here's the truth. You're making yourself less valuable. When you hand out validation so easily, her brain gets used to it. She no longer has to earn your attention. It becomes expected. You become that guy who's always there, safe, predictable, and honestly, boring. But here's where the Machiavellian strategy flips the game. Be the dealer of her favorite drug, but you control the dose. When she posts a photo fishing for validation, don't be the first to like it. Let her wait. When she tells you about an accomplishment, don't rush to praise her. Say something simple like, that's interesting, then move on. Sound harsh? It's not. This isn't about being a jerk. It's about being smart. You're creating scarcity for the thing she craves most. And when you do give her validation, it hits like pure gold. One simple, "you look incredible today" from you will mean more than 100 comments from any other guy. The magic lies in timing and intensity. Only give validation when she truly earns it, when she's done something impressive. But give it unexpectedly, when she doesn't see it coming. That's how you trigger something psychologists call intermittent reinforcement, one of the most powerful emotional hooks in existence. So, what's the next vulnerability? There are still 8 more, each one deeper and more surprising than the last. And once you know how to use them, you'll gain a level of control most men never even dream of. Let's move on to page 2 and uncover the second vulnerability, the one that can make her think about you nonstop. Picking up where we left off, we just uncovered the power of intermittent reinforcement, the same psychological principle that makes slot machines so addictive. And that was just the first vulnerability. If you're serious about mastering this game and you want me to reveal the 8 other psychological triggers that can make any woman obsess over you, then like this video and hit subscribe right now. Because what's coming next is even more powerful, and I only share it with those truly committed to transforming their love lives. But let me warn you, once you fully grasp this first vulnerability, there's no turning back. Women will begin acting differently around you. They'll seek your attention in ways you've never experienced before. Some might even surprise you with how far they'll go just to get a response. And now we step into the second vulnerability, one so subtle, so hidden that most men don't even know it exists. But when you master it, you'll have the power to make a woman think about you constantly, from morning till night. That second vulnerability I promised, it's called uncertainty. And it's one of the most powerful psychological weapons you have. Here's the brutal truth no one wants to admit. Predictability kills passion faster than a bucket of cold water. When a woman knows exactly what to expect from you, when you'll text back, what you'll say, where you'll take her, her brain starts to shut down emotionally. Routine is the enemy of attraction. Ever wonder why women are drawn to guys who treat them badly? It's not masochism, it's biology. The female brain is wired to be attracted to unpredictability, to what it can't fully control. It's a survival instinct, going back to the caveman days. The man who was hard to predict was often the strongest, the most resourceful, the one best equipped to protect her. But most modern men sabotage themselves. They become too available, too fast. They answer every message instantly. They plan safe, predictable dates. They share every detail of their day, thinking, if I'm open and honest, she'll trust me more. But what they actually create is deadly boredom. Machiavelli said it best, it's better to be feared than loved. But the ideal? Be unpredictable. And here's how you do it. 1. Break your communication patterns. If you usually reply within 5 minutes, sometimes wait 2 hours, no explanation. If you often plan romantic dinners, switch it up. Take her somewhere completely unexpected. It's not about being rude, it's about keeping her mind active, guessing, wondering. Saw 2. Control the information you share. Don't give her a play-by-play of your day. If she asks, what did you do yesterday? Don't say, work, gym, Netflix. Say, I had an interesting day. Then change the subject. Her imagination will do the rest, and believe me, it will work in your favor. 3. Use the power of strategic absence. Disappear for short periods, without warning. Not every day, but randomly. And when you return, don't explain where you were. Just look at her and say, hello, beautiful. Those little gaps, those unanswered questions are the seeds that grow into obsession. Her mind starts to fill in the blanks, and the mystery around you becomes magnetic. So what's the third vulnerability? It's one rooted so deep it influences how women choose their partners, their emotional attachments, even the way they feel just by being around you. Stick with me for page 3 because what I'm about to reveal next will change the way you see women forever. Picking up from where we left off, we just uncovered the power of uncertainty, the kind that stirs her emotions like a thrilling story she can't stop reading. And now that you've learned how to spark curiosity at just the right moment, she'll start craving your attention without even realizing it. But here's the key. Balance. You can't be completely unpredictable. That leads to chaos. But if you're too predictable, you become boring. You need to create a constant emotional tension, that sweet spot between, I know he likes me, but I have no idea what he'll do next. Once you master this subtle art of uncertainty, something almost magical starts to happen. She'll begin to pursue you quietly. She'll text you more. Start more conversations. Find little excuses to be near you. Her mind starts to associate your unpredictability with high value, and women always chase what they perceive as valuable. But now, get ready for something even more powerful. This next skill is something only a small percentage of men ever develop, but once you do, you'll be able to read her soul and make her feel deeply understood and connected to you. Masters of seduction call it the emotional mirror. And when you combine this with a woman's most primal hidden fear, you create a level of attraction so intense, it's like an emotional nuclear bomb. Yes, that devastating power is built from 2 vulnerabilities working together, the emotional mirror, her fear of being replaced. When used correctly, they can make a woman feel like you're the only person in the world who truly sees her. Let's start with the emotional mirror, a technique so powerful, therapists charge thousands to teach it. Here's the secret. When you can name exactly what a woman is feeling before she says it, you trigger a deep neurological connection. Her brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, straight into her bloodstream. It's like injecting trust and emotional intimacy directly into her system. Most men, when they see a woman upset, do one of 2 things, and both are mistakes. They ignore it, hoping it passes, or they jump in to fix the problem immediately. But you're going to take a different approach. You'll become her perfect emotional mirror. When you notice she's unusually quiet, her expression tense, her energy low, don't ask, what's wrong, like everyone else. Instead, study her body language, her tone, the subtle tension on her face. Then gently say something like, I can tell you're feeling frustrated because it seems like no one really understands what you need right now. Um, Boom. Her response will be instant. How did you know that? When you accurately name her emotions, even before she expresses them, her brain responds with one powerful message. This man sees me. He truly understands me. But what exactly is that deep primal fear that every woman secretly carries? And how can you use it, not manipulatively, but strategically, to build a connection so strong she won't even think about walking away? That's exactly what we're going to reveal on page 4. Get ready, because in page 4, we're going to reveal the truth behind the fear of replacement and how to make it work entirely in your favor. Are you ready to see what's next? Previously, we uncovered a technique so powerful it made her feel truly seen and understood, like no one ever had before. But now, we take it one step further, because once you've made her feel that deeply connected, there's one hidden switch in her mind that, when flipped, creates an emotional grip you can't imagine. That switch? Her most primal fear, the fear of being replaced. You see, this isn't just insecurity, it's biological, evolutionary. Every woman, no matter how confident she may seem, carries within her a deeply ingrained fear. The fear that another woman could take her place in your heart and in your life. This fear dates back to ancient times. In a world where women relied on men for protection, resources, and survival, being replaced meant being left behind. And in those days, that literally meant death. Today, the world has changed. But that ancient wiring, it's still there. It's buried deep in what scientists call the reptilian brain, the part responsible for raw instinctive survival. And when you know how to subtly, strategically awaken that fear, she will do everything she can to make sure you never leave her. Now, before you misunderstand, this isn't about manipulation. This is about understanding human nature and using it with precision. Here's how the strategy works. First, you build that powerful emotional bond, the emotional mirror. You become the one person who truly gets her. She feels safe with you, connected, seen. And then, just as she's basking in that emotional high, you introduce something small, something subtle. Uncertainty. Not about your feelings, but about your availability. But here's the genius of it. You never talk about other women directly. That's what amateurs do. Instead, you drop casual signals that you have a life outside of her, that other people, maybe even interesting people, want your time. Say something like, yeah, I've got plans later with a few friends, or I've got a meeting coming up that could be interesting. And when she asks questions, keep it vague. Oh, nothing special, just work stuff. But, and this is important, let your energy tell a different story. Your tone, your relaxed confidence, your subtle smile, those are what will trigger her alert system. Her mind starts spinning. Who is he seeing? Is there someone else? Why is he being so vague? She'll start to imagine things because her brain can't handle the blanks. And when fear and imagination meet, that's when pursuit begins. And now that she's chasing, craving, questioning, you're perfectly positioned for the next psychological trigger, one that builds emotional intimacy so fast it bypasses her logic entirely. We'll uncover that in page 5, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. But here's the real magic and the true Machiavellian move. This only works when timed perfectly. You don't lead with this. You wait until she feels most emotionally open, most connected, and then you introduce the shadow of uncertainty. It's like giving her the most addicting emotional high she's ever felt, and then quietly reminding her that it's not guaranteed. And what happens next? She begins chasing you, texting you more, wanting to spend more time with you, trying harder to please you. Not because you forced her, but because you've awakened her deepest instinct to secure and protect what she values most. Up to this point, we've covered 4 of the most powerful female vulnerabilities: her addiction to external validation, the irresistible force of uncertainty, the bonding power of the emotional mirror, and now the fear of being replaced. But brother, if you think this is the peak, you're not ready for what's coming, because the next vulnerabilities we're about to explore dig even deeper into her desperate craving for emotional safety and the magnetic pull of a man who radiates true masculine presence. When you master this next part, it's not just attraction you'll command. You'll have her respect, her loyalty, and her total devotion. So get ready, because in the next chapter, we enter the core of feminine psychology. And once you step in, there's no going back. We just uncovered a woman's most primal fear, the fear of being replaced. And once you know how to trigger it the right way, she'll do whatever it takes to keep you. But that was just the beginning, because now we're diving even deeper into a space where only truly grounded men can go. The trait that separates average men from those with an almost magnetic, irresistible presence is the fifth vulnerability: her desperate need for emotional security. But here's the part 99% of men never truly get. Women aren't looking for someone to protect them from the outside world. They're looking for someone strong enough to protect them from the emotional chaos inside themselves. They need a rock when they become a hurricane. You've probably seen it before, haven't you? She cries, she yells, she throws out wild accusations, and in those first 30 seconds, how you respond will decide whether she respects you for life or whether she'll never see you the same way again. Most men crumble. They get anxious, start apologizing, say whatever they can to calm her down. That's a fatal mistake. But you'll do something radically different. You'll become pure calm in the middle of her emotional storm. You'll lower your voice, relax your body, look her straight in the eye with steady energy and say just one thing with calm conviction: I understand you're hurting. I'm here. That's it. Nothing more. Your calm presence will act like an emotional magnet, instantly soothing her. That emotional containment you offer activates a deep part of her primal brain. It tells her, this man can handle me at my worst. If he can take this, he can take anything. And that feeling of emotional safety, it doesn't just attract her, it makes her addicted to your presence. But we're not stopping here. Let's talk about the sixth vulnerability, and it's a powerful one: her heightened sensitivity to social status. And no, I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about that quiet aura, that undeniable presence some men carry, the kind that makes waiters, drivers, friends, even strangers treat you differently. Women are born with a radar that picks up on this. They notice how you behave at a restaurant, how you speak to the Uber driver, how other men react when you walk in the room. If she senses low status, attraction drops instantly. If she senses high status, her desire skyrockets. Here's the key: don't pretend. Instead, cultivate true masculine presence. Speak less, but with more weight. Walk with purpose. Never apologize for taking up space. Enter a room like you own it. That quiet confidence, that subtle commanding energy, it makes her feel proud to stand next to you. And now we arrive at the seventh vulnerability, perhaps the most dangerous one of all. It's about how women respond when you reflect their own words back to them. Because here's the truth: women often say things like, I hate lies, loyalty is everything, I can't stand being ignored. But then sometimes their actions don't line up with those words. And when that happens, previously we revealed a powerful truth. The moment you reflect her own words back to her, she can no longer hide from herself. Now we dive into the next strategy, one that will completely disarm her emotionally. Start by remembering the things she said to you. And when her actions contradict those words, don't get angry. Don't argue. Just calmly, confidently, without aggression, repeat her own words back to her. For example, you told me honesty was the most important thing to you. How does that align with what you just did? This gentle yet direct confrontation with her contradiction triggers what's called cognitive dissonance. Her mind stumbles for a moment, realizing you've been paying attention at a level most men never even reach. And here's the paradox: the more exposed she feels by your awareness, the deeper her attraction grows. Why? Because for the first time, she feels truly seen. But then comes the eighth vulnerability, the one that ties everything together like the final piece of a puzzle: the scarcity of real masculine energy. We live in an age where most men have lost touch with their masculine essence. They're insecure, approval-seeking, indecisive. But when a woman meets a man who radiates solid masculine energy, it's like finding water in the desert. Now, don't confuse this with aggression or toxic dominance. True masculine energy is unshakable calm. It's the ability to lead without hesitation. It's the quiet presence that says, I've got this, without needing to say a word. And when you carry that energy, women are drawn to it naturally. It awakens something deep in their feminine core, a need to surrender to a presence that feels grounded, capable, and safe. Then we reach the ninth and final vulnerability. One so powerful, it can make a woman walk away from everything for you, your unshakable self-respect. This means having non-negotiable standards. It means being willing to walk away, even from an amazing woman, if she crosses your boundaries. Because when a woman realizes that you're willing to leave, that you don't need her approval to feel worthy, her respect for you multiplies. She understands being with you is not a right, it's a privilege. And that realization will make her value you in a way you've never experienced before. So there you have it. The 9 core female vulnerabilities Machiavelli himself might have used in today's world of love and relationships, from controlling their addiction to validation, to triggering the fear of replacement, to developing a level of self-respect that makes you the prize. But remember, brother, with great power comes great responsibility. These aren't tricks. They aren't manipulation. They are natural principles of attraction that work because they speak to the deepest layers of female psychology. When you use them with integrity, you won't just get the woman you want. Disinvestin, you'll become the man you're truly meant to be. And if you're serious about mastering your love life and developing that magnetic presence that draws women in, subscribe to the channel and like this video because I have even more secrets about masculine psychology that will change the way you connect with women forever.